impromptu. Savage Patriots just went off with Marlon Brown, and I felt like talking for a few minutes. Because I've got 4 hours until my birthday. So, as I close chapter 38 out on a high note, with a lot of things going on and this, that, and the other, uh, hold on. Now, I was just messaging. Well, thank you, Stacy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Still trying to see how I can comment, and I'm struggling with that. I haven't figured that out just yet. Hey, Dolores. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate that. I just wanted to continue on with the fun even after the show, because usually I don't come on as much. But I have nothing going on. I can't go out and work right now because something's up with the truck. And I have to take it back to the mechanic to have it looked at, diagnosed, and well, it's a pain in the butt, but it's a necessary thing. It's life. Whatever. I'm not gonna let it upset me, discourage me, or anything like that. Lord's using me mightily right now, and sometimes setbacks are used as lessons. And excuse me, I'm being taught a lot of lessons. I'm very gassy. It's probably why my chest was bothering me. That's why I was asking for prayers, because I was dealing with some minor chest pain. Could have just been trapped gas. Um, no, that's all right, Dolores. He had some more calluses or whatever removed off the bottom of his foot. He's still in the hospital. But he did get his treatment today. He got his dialysis treatment today. So he's, remaining positive as best as he can. And I go and see him when I'm able. Just, the whole weekend and even today, I've been like just trying to rest and recover because I feel a little run down, like a cold's trying to come on. And I mean, you know how that is. You rip and running here, there, everywhere. And it tends to happen. I'm not eating right. Still learning how to put myself first and take care of myself. But I'm just blessed and thankful that, every day is a new day. To be above ground, I'm able to pray for my brothers and sisters who need it. You know, I'm blessed, that they get laughs from me. A lot of times it's unintentional, but, you know, I don't take it, I don't take offense to that because I'm here. I look at myself as a servant. I'm a vessel to be used, and I want God to use me how He so sees fit. So if I make you laugh, cool. If I give you word of advice and encouragement, I hope, I pray that that helps. Just whatever I got to do, I just pray that it helps ultimately. So, but it's been a quiet enough day because usually I get up and work a little bit, but again, since the truck is dealing with whatever it is, it could be one of the valve cover gaskets. I might have done something to it as I was driving home because I'm turning to come back to the apartment. I hit the accelerator a little bit harder than probably was ready to, and then it started acting up. Hey, Lisa, good to see you. Missed you on Savage Patriots. Boy, that was a fun time with that idiot Nower that was in there. I wish he would sub to my channel. I'm going to block him immediately. I ain't waiting. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just going to straight up block. It's my channel, and I do with it as I choose. So, and I rarely block people. So there you go. Uh, well, yeah, my cup and my specially made cup that an old coworker of mine made for me years ago. I have some ginger ale in this cup, so that's helping, helping my stomach because my stomach's been kind of bothering me too today. I went for a walk. Wild Savage Patriots was on to kind of help ease and get rid of some of that trapped gas. So, oh, I understand, Lisa. I figured that much. Um, so, I don't have anything planned for tomorrow. I mean, a lot of the brothers in Bible study know what tomorrow is, so I'm sure there's something being worked out. And I don't know where we're having dinner yet. I got an idea where I'd like to go, but I'm just blessed that God put certain people around me, to help keep me uplifted. Because it's been an interesting 5 years to say the least. And, but we're still going, we're still striving, you know. Uh, Dad's still chugging along. I pray he gets there to August because that'll be his birthday, August 27th, and he'll be 70. So, I have to. Oh, okay, thank you, Dolores. He's a tough old man. He is a very tough old man. I'm not sure why you can't see the chat, Lisa. That's weird. And I'll probably have to adjust my settings because I don't think I have this on public. So I'll have to adjust it once I close us out, once I go off of my adjust it um, so that it'll be seen so other people can see it and share it and all of that. I'm still learning. Like I can't even respond to the comments. I'm not even sure how to uh, respond to the comments just yet because I'm still figuring things out. I'm literally still. I didn't want to do that. I don't want no green screen. I don't know why that did that. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. Took care of that. I'm like, that was weird. I'm still learning as I go. Um, but let me see what else happened today. Oh, Lily's here somewhere. She's hiding, but she's here somewhere. Yeah, green, but not green with envy, Stacy. Thankfully, not green with envy. It's one thing I don't want to be. I want to be green with money and not rich like most people. Oh, I want to be rich. I want to live in a mansion. I, I, you know, I, I want to feed my pockets. I want to be greedy. No. Oh boy! Wow, Dolores. I hope bro wasn't flying out there. Yeah, but I know about fender benders have done that before too. What's worse is nodding off while you're driving. And in the past, that's happened to me where I've just given so much of my energy, I start falling asleep. You know, out of all the times it's happened, I've only hit somebody once. And I didn't even try to hit them then. It just, it's just something that happened. But, you know, I'm sure bro was tired too. Sure, I'd be rushing to get home too, especially if I was hungry. I already know you be putting it down in the kitchen, Dolores. I already know that. That's why I'd be like, where is my chef? I need a chef. Sometimes I want a home cooked meal. I mean, I chef up my own meals, but it helps to have somebody else help with that too. Well, if I don't have the energy to do so. So, I'm still praying for that wife to come. I'm sure somebody will see this. Yes, ladies, I'm single. But I'm not accepting applications at the moment because I want the right one to come to me and God knows what I'm looking for. But, I know what I want too. Not just, some random woman that wants to party. I'm looking for that, what is that? That Proverbs 31 woman. Somebody puts God first, someone that wants a family, wants to be a wife and have children because that's what I'd like. But, God's still working on me and I don't want to bring baggage into a relationship. But that's crazy how this turned into relationship corner with Chris. That's crazy. So, oh Lord, 9 days straight. Yeah, he needs some rest. Bro needs some serious rest. God bless him. I don't know if I could do 9 days straight. I've done 7, but I pick how much time I want to work. And even then, no. Even then, it's like I'm amazed at what God has enabled me to do through these years, all the juggling I've had to juggle and just the mental ability to remember certain things. Sometimes it gets overwhelming, but that's why I'm grateful for Bible study, step study, Zoom on Sunday, straight talk chat. Helps keep me grounded and keep me from like screaming or doing worse. Yeah, I still have my moments I get overly frustrated. I think we all have those issues, but you know, in my weakness, that's where I get my strength through Christ. As long as you have Christ, He uses your weakness and gives you strength through that. Oh wow, Dolores. Yeah, it's time for y'all to enjoy how how hard you guys have worked, you know. And I'm sure God will bless you guys for all the uh, selfless things you guys have done for others. Um, Me as bro still doing that thing you told me he was doing, Dolores, helping the guys out with the ministry or whatever it was he was doing. Because I'm sure he is, because I know some brothers that go and volunteer and help out the homeless, and that's something that's near and dear to my heart that I want to do too. But I just have so much that I'm a part of at the moment. And, I would take on more and more. Just right now, my dad needs most of the help, and that's why I'm kind of grateful he is still in the hospital because that's the best place for him to um, receive proper treatment. Because I'm not medically trained if something were to happen to him. And I hate at times having to keep going because it's just a continuous thing. But unfortunately, this is just where we're at. And, you know, again, we're all we have left. And as much trauma as I was put through in the past, it's one thing. I don't have a heart to leave him. I can't leave him, nor would I, because he's half the reason why I'm here. Because if it wasn't for God bringing him and my mother together, I would not be here. We wouldn't have me to even celebrate. But that's just all about having awareness and um, acknowledging, the truth. And the truth is that, you know, I have my struggles still, but, I confess them before God, and I repent, and I try to move forward and not do certain things again. And so that's all we can do ultimately. I love this too. When I am able to go live, it's cathartic, you know, because I can share some things that I want to share, and gives me a little bit of extra time to connect with you guys. Albeit I would like to bring people on so I can talk to them one on one, because reading comments is almost like having a one-sided conversation almost. As some people, I want to hear their voice. I want to put a face to the voice I'm hearing. I mean, that I'm thinking that the person may have. Yeah, I'm like sitting up there moving around, adjusting. Now I'm on my side. That's why I'm leaning, because I'm laying on my side. Not laying, but I'm leaning to the side just because I'm tired of sitting straight back. It's uncomfortable being me sometimes, being a big dude and whatever. It's not all sunshines and rainbows being a giant, but hey, that's the life of big security. So y'all need security, you know where to find me. I'm here. Cause I use some extra jobs. If y'all paying good, hit me up. Come find me. Shoot. Always use that extra money. That helps. So uh well, yes. Well, I mean, I'm not fat. I'm big enough. I got enough. I'm healthy enough too that you ain't just gonna be able to push me around. Because I used to be tall and just very skinny, super skinny. I was strong skinny though, but you know, now I'm big. I'm bigger than I was, a little bit heavier than I was, but I'm not as quick, but I'm quicker than most. So that helps. I'm still have some finesse about me, but the most important thing is what's between my ears. That's what makes me dangerous. Yeah. Dangerous. Yeah. All right. All right. Enough of that. So, um, oh, now I hear Lily eating. Oops. Now she wants to stop. Let me turn the camera. Don't run away from me. Say hi, Lily. Oh, she actually said hi. Little girl. There's my baby. Little girl said hello, y'all. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I definitely am. It's crazy to think that I'll be 40 next year. Wow. But I'm blessed. I'm not complaining. I'm blessed because I know people that didn't make it. Oh, she's friendly too, just she's very skittish. Fiona was too, my girl that I had to put down last year. She gave us 16 great years. 16 great years. And man, she ain't have to know you. She gonna come up to you, rub up against you. That's just how she was. Lily, she ain't doing all that. She like, I don't know you. Stranger danger, stranger danger. She will get away from you quick because she's skittish. Right now, she's looking at me. She's looking at me because she's hungry. She's always hungry. Yeah, I'm hungry too. I don't see me acting like that. She like, okay, I'm ready to eat. Well, I don't care. I love you, but I don't care. Now she's purring her butt off too. She said no Diddy parties though. We don't do that over here. We do not do that over here. But yeah, Fiona was my girl. I miss her greatly. But like I said, I let her go out to sea. I released that the ocean. She died in my arms. I let like the vet asked me, if I want to hold her. And initially I wasn't going to, but I've had a cat die in my arms before. So that time it was tragic. This time it was peaceful because she was looking at me and I could see the love in her eyes, like she was thanking me for everything. And so I had peace about it. It was sad. I cried about it, but I knew I was just releasing her back to God as is his cat. He entrusted me with her safety, and I did the best that I could to keep her, loved and give her everything she needed. And like I said, the result was 16 great years. I mean, I never had an animal that long, and Lily's 12, so she's not far behind. And I kept joking with Fee. I'm like, can you make it to 20, girl? Can we, you only have 4 more years. Could you give me 4 more? So I'm not even gonna make that joke with Lily. If she gets there, cool. If she doesn't, I'd just be happy if she got to 16 too. But we'll see how it goes. But I don't say that for people to feel sad or pity or nothing like that. It's just, I just fondly remember, you know, those that I had. And I've had quite a few cats come and go. I love them. It's a thing. You think you choose cats, but really they choose you. The cat distribution system is undefeated. Like they know that you be a good human for them. And it's like the most, I don't know how to describe it, it's the most proud thing when they choose you. Because dogs already love you no matter what. A cat is more independent. It's like, you know what? Eh, you smell, but I like you. So you gonna be my human. And then once you chosen, you're chosen. No, I get it, Dolores. Cats, it's a preference for some. I like dogs and cats. I had a dog when I was younger, but I didn't really care for him. Him and I didn't really get along. Plus, I used to get on his nerves, being an only child. I'd be kind of rough with him. And he thought he got payback on me one time. I was, laying on the sofa. I still remember this to this day. I was laying on the sofa and a dog came and bit me on my ear. My dad was pissed about that because I had blood coming from my ear. My dad picked him up at our car right and threw him in the canal we had in the backyard because he wasn't happy the dog bit me because we got this specific dog from my late uncle. Because I don't remember if he got it from the pound. Like, we've never bought animals. We've always got them either as strays or, you know, one came from my grandmother, another one came from uh, a former coworker that my mom used to work with at a newspaper. His name was Rusty. He was my first ginger cat. I've had two ginger cats, and I love them because there's a there's a reputation, a perception about gingers, which is true. They could be some nutty cats, but they're loving but very nutty, and so it makes for some good times. Fee was the only one I've ever had that was like a tuxedo. I never had a black cat before, but I love to have another one. This time, just a male. because most of the cats I had were males, except for Fee and Lily. They were the first two females I ever had. And I was like, I thought Fiona was sick back at the time. She was on mom's soul sitting up there in heat already and screaming. I'm like, what is wrong with this cat? And then it wasn't until later we found out, oh, this cat's in heat. I'm like, well, you too young to be to be horny. Like, what is up with you, man? And we had her snipped. And I said, never again am I dealing with this. Never again. I just can't have that noise. I can't sleep, you know. And then when Lily came around, we didn't know if it was a male or a female at the time. We named him a boy's name because she was quick as can be. Her first name was Jet, just because of how skinny and how fast she was. And she's still very fast, even though, she's filled out. She's very fast cat. And then after the fact, because none of us could figure out if she was male or female, and we take it to the vet. Oh, it's another female. I'm like, oh Lord Jesus, not another one. And the home we were living in at the time had strays around, and sometimes we let the cats outside. Lily, she'll go outside. She won't venture into other people's property. She stays put. Fee, and my other cat that I had at the time, Mo, nope. They gotta explore. Oh, we curious. We gotta see what's over in the other yard. And I'd be like, man, if you don't get your butt back over here, I know something. Now, I didn't say but. Really, I told him, if y'all don't get your asses back over here, it's gonna be a problem. Now, I love my animals. That's why I talk to them a little rough. Because I don't want something happening to them. So, but, Mo went tragically. I don't even want to get into that. And that was 2016. Like, I have so many memories of certain things that happened. And be like, oh, wow, you have been, through a lot of loss. Because I can remember a lot of things I don't even want to remember, I remember. And it was rough. It was extremely rough. So, um, but, I'm not really living in that dark cloud as much these days. And, like I said, having a community I've gotten that familial feeling back that I thought I lost once my mother died, because I wasn't getting it for aunts and uncles on my dad's side. And my uncle on my mom's side is the only one that's left, him and my grandmother, and I haven't spoken to my grandmother, for my own reasons. And, I pray she's all right, but, it's rough. My condolences to them and you, Dolores. It's hard. Losing a pet is very hard. And, it just feels good to, um, have that support again. You know, because when I'm not working or I'm not, you know, doing ministry work or step study or Bible study, I'm here at this apartment. And all I could do was just look around and see the state of the apartment and all that needs to be done. And it's hard when one person has to clean everything, make sure clothes are clean, make sure the bills are paid, make sure there's food on the table. That's why I eat out a lot when I prefer to cook. It becomes too much. And then it wears on you mentally and you do get burnt out. And I feel like I've been burnt out several times. And yet I still continue. And then truthfully, I get scared because it's like my mother was trained, she was a nurse. But again, her health started to decline because she wasn't taking care of herself like she used to. Because you get caught up taking care of someone sick that causes you a lot of stress, and they're always getting on your nerves, you know. And that's why I'm praying I'm not going after, I'm not trying to go find a woman, because every time I've, had interest or sought after them, it didn't work. It was like the last person that I, spent a little bit of time with, I knew she was problematic. She showed me red signs right off the jump. But because I was so sick of the situation and the certain feelings I felt, I just say, you know what? I'm just going to go for it, because I was just not in a good headspace. I didn't care at the time. And it was somebody I actually worked with, which made it worse, because I know the saying now, you don't, doot doot where you eat, or you don't crap where you eat. And I didn't understand. I understood it to a point, but I couldn't equate it to myself because I had not walked that path until I walked that path. And it's like, you know what? All right. And the person wasn't a believer because I invited her to church and other things. She told me where she stood. It made it even worse. I like older women too. This one was 7 years older than me, and I've been with the the oldest person that entertained me was like 10 years older than me. But what I found out, just because a person's in their 40s don't necessarily mean they're more mature. A lot of times they are very immature. And the scenarios I've been in, they've been very immature. And I'm like, here I am, a 30-something-year-old, got more sense, and is carrying himself different than what you are, and you ladies have lived more life than I have. But it's not always about that. It's about where's your, you know, your, where you at spiritually. Like, do you have a relationship with God? I've had one for a long time. Might not have been the best, but there were, other factors as to why my relationship was up and down. And not only was this woman 7 years older than me, she had a teenage son. I got to see the boy most times when I go over to her apartment. Now, I can't say weren't over there necessarily just talking. I almost made a mistake and uh, slept with her almost. Without saying too much, certain things went on, and I knew it was wrong. But again, you know, I'm a human being. I'm in this flesh suit, and you the flesh has its own wants and desires, and I'm just glad that didn't happen. I mean, I even came over and brought food over, and I actually cooked for them a couple of times, just because I was feeling somewhat of a connection. And even though I saw the red flags, and even though she had a child from a previous relationship because she was once married, um, I was willing to sit up there and move forward still, even though I had never considered that in the past. I never want to be with someone with children. But as time goes on, things change. And, you know, we hung out for almost a month. This thing really went for like 3 weeks because we were supposed to hang out that fourth week, but then she was making excuses and so basically she was the one that put an end to it just because she, she just wanted something physical. She ain't want nothing more than that. And I wanted more than just what was there, what I was getting. And, I might have said some stuff after the fact that she probably didn't like, and she definitely said and treated me in a way that I didn't like. But ultimately, my prayer is still that she finds the Lord somehow, some way. Even if that's the only thing that comes of it, because that's the only way I would even consider something as if God worked that out, and I don't see that happening because I don't need that kind of drama in my life. I've been through enough, and some of it I caused, and I feel a lot of it I didn't. But the older I get, the more I'm starting to realize things, and just want to keep walking that narrow path. No, I mean, I even volunteer to babysit some people's kids, and I know that's a slippery slope too. But, I got to learn somewhere. Because, like I said, I do DoorDash deliveries for work. And some things people be having me shop for diapers and baby wipes and all types of stuff, contraceptives, pregnancy tests. Now, I'm surprised I haven't been asked to shop for condoms yet. I'm surprised, because people be asking for some weird things and other stuff I've not been asked for, thank God. But, I've gotten people baby food. So it's like I feel like in a lot of ways God was prepping me for that. Like, you know what? Yeah, well, I mean, if I was closer to Lawrence, I would have been like, hey, if you want me to watch them, I'll watch them. Give you a break. I mean, I just want to be able to feel how it feels, how I used to feel when I had help. Like I said, when my mom was around, I had help. And I didn't know that when she passed, that help would go away. I probably would run them back on because I doubt I'm gonna let them run me home. But you know, I mean, how old are they, Dolores? Are they, I'm sure they not babies. If they babies, then that might be different. Now, if they a little bit, well, then again, maybe not. If they were older and they just bad, then nah, I don't want to be dealing with that. I'll be having to be like 2%. I need to get that switch. Where's that switch? Where's my switch? And I barely was introduced to a switch. My daddy never beat me with no switch. My granddaddy did. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. Either, my granddaddy beat me a couple of times with it, my granny maybe a handful of times, but I never caused them problems because I knew better. Like, my cousins, our generation, we knew better. Now, my other cousins that came up after us, like 6 years and later after us, oh, they got their butt whooped. They got their booties whooped. Oh, okay. They talking like, well, I could deal with talking. I'd rather they talk and not just be bad. Like, hey, y'all go sit down. I'm gonna give y'all something to. I'm gonna make you sit down for real if you don't go sit down. So, uh, oh man, you can see because now I'm standing up because my cat's like rubbing up against me. Like that's her way of saying you need to feed me. I'm like, I don't need to do nothing. I need to eat myself. Oh, you can see as a measurement, I'm standing in front of a door, so you could kind of see that you can see but not see the height. Not like I'm showing off or anything, but yeah. So, uh, well, I hope I have a million answers. I don't know if I'm gonna have a million answers to give them, but that's good. At least they communicate with you. That's real good. So, yeah, like I said, sis, 6'3", 6'3" and change, maybe close to 6'4". I'm not sure, but I mean, Daddy's tall too. I had to eat me some of these. What is that called? This trail mix. I'm hungry. Got me some trail mix, and I'm hungry. I'm really hungry because I don't feel like making no egg sandwich. So, or I could make me a some PB and J. Never go wrong with peanut butter and jelly. But yeah, like I said, just wanted to kick it with you guys for a little bit as I'm literally just sitting here with nothing to do at the moment. I mean, I do have something I need to do. I need to read me some books and probably read my Bible. I'll be putting on that. Don't tell him that, though, Dolores. Don't tell him he's short. Let bro be tall in his mind. Let bro be tall in his mind. I'll never tell him that. Shoot, I'll even come down to his level. I'll come down to people's level and make them feel comfortable. Because I don't want to make nobody feel uncomfortable. You know. I mean, 5'9". I think that's about my cousin's height, 5'9". And he was a quarterback. He played quarterback in a little bit in college and high school, but he doesn't play football anymore. Shoot, my mom was 5'11", so like I said, height runs in the family. Tallest person in my family is my dad's youngest brother. He's 6'5". So, I mean, I always thought I was gonna be a giant, like a 7-footer, but God was like, nope, you gonna be 6'3" and change. I'm like, all right, God. All right, that's tall enough. And then I be walking around like all these other people my height are taller. They make me feel short. Now I remember people used to ask me that question. Nah, don't tell him that, Dolores. Don't make the man mad. Don't tell him he's short, sis. I'm telling you. Let that man live his life, man. Don't tell him he's short. Do not tell him that. So, no, well, how tall are you, Dolores? That man gonna be mad at you. But then again, maybe he might not. Maybe he'll just laugh. I don't know. Oh, okay. Oh, 5'7", good height. Shoot, that chick I was dealing with, she's Venezuelan. She's like 5'11". Oh, wow. Janet, yeah, that's short. I don't say that's short. 5'3"? Yikes. And that's what some of these women would call short kings, Janet. He's definitely a short king. Mr. Raisin says hi. I had bought these for my dad, but he ain't home. I'll just buy him some more. I need this snack. I'm hungry. Oh, I trust that, Dolores. I remember what you said. I know you be laughing at me. I'm cool with that. I don't care. That's me too. I'm Mr. Laid Back. I'm laid back and I hold my anger to a point. But even I have a limit. But I'm not violent. I just, excuse me. I try to live and let live. You know, all I asked was respect. You respect me, I respect you in return. That's all I asked for. That's all I asked for. Work hard, try to provide for my family, and go on about my business. I'm gonna have to get me some water here. Here a moment. Wow. Putting up here choking on whatever I'm choking on. That's crazy. Buddy from TSP trying to take me out an hour. I sure do, Dolores. I wish I had some. Because I got the instant pot in there. But I haven't made no pot roast in a while. But every time I do, it's a hit. So I just might have to make some. You know, how to be a kick and everybody will love it. So I might get my cooking channel jumping off one of these days. Get me an apron. But I definitely got to have 2% coming in to my son. Where's my chef? I'm your new chef. I'm giving Dolores a break. I'm your new chef. So, because you need a break, sis. Like, only thing I really wanted was either some cake. That's number one. That's the number one thing I want tomorrow, some cake. A good Publix cake. Now I'll be happy. That and a good dinner. I'll be happy. What you want, Okay, Janet. I hope I can make it soon. I'm ready to make another lasagna. That's something I haven't made in a long time. Oh, I'm ready for it, Dolores. I'm ready. Oh, make me a German chocolate cake, something I haven't made in a while. I'm gonna bake that. And probably some brownies. So I bring it to Bible study because I told the guys eventually I'll make something, whether it's food or that, to contribute to the group. My whole thing is, if it's a hit, then y'all be expecting it all the time. I'll see what I can do. I want to bake me some cookies too. That was one thing I never baked was cookies. I love German chocolate because my mom used to make it a lot. That's the thing. I'm not huge on coconut, but it works. It works. But I love chocolate cake. I love vanilla cake. I love red velvet. And yeah, Jen, I'll be all over the place. Carrot cake, I love. So, oh, my dad loves peanut butter cookies. I like them too, but my favorite oatmeal raisin. I love oatmeal raisin cookies. And another one of my favorite desserts from my Spanish side is rice pudding. I love it, but I need raisins in mine. I know you told me, but I could go on and on with my favorites. I could, but I won't. I love cupcakes too. Eventually, I'm gonna make some cupcakes too. I got cornbread sitting on my counter, so eventually I'll make some. Eventually, so but I enjoyed this time that we having together. I'm finished eating these trail mix and figure out what else I'm gonna do before the night gets too long. Oh, nice, Dolores. So, thank you guys for your support and love. Know how to make a guy feel appreciated. And I get to close out 38 on a good note. I mean, it ain't midnight yet. I probably should have waited a few more hours. I'm like, okay, I'm getting ready to close us out. Make it feel like New Year's Eve, like we get the countdown and everything. But nah, because now I'm just at the point, like, I don't even stay up for that. Now, thank you again, Dolores. Thank you all for the love and support. Well, I most likely will see you guys tomorrow on Straight Talk. Who knows? Maybe even Royalty. Maybe if she's on, I don't know. But like I said, I'm not gonna be doing anything. I'm gonna be bored. So why not? But anyway, I pray y'all have a good night. And, God bless. Big Security signing out.